Hello friends and welcome to the Gamer Down. This is your host, Dark Hostess. Yeah, surprisingly, with some WoW stuff. I bet you never thought you'd see that, huh? If you follow my channel, you know that I have not had much WoW stuff in the past 8 months when my channel began, and I had plans to have lots of WoW stuff. But, you know how plans go. Rift came about, and not many people were covering Rift, so I covered Rift and played Rift instead of WoW for a while. Man, I have been gone from WoW for quite a long time, but I went ahead and took that year deal that they had offered. You know, Blizzard had offered a year deal, and you get this Tyrael mount, and you also get Diablo 3, and most importantly, for me at least, is I get beta access to Mists of Pandaria. So that's important to me, obviously, but for my channel, you know, and to have a content. But yeah, I want to show you guys this Tyrael mount that I got. Yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty awesome. But the thing is, with mounts like this, is everybody ends up having it, you know. Before too long, you know, everybody's got it, and that's one of the downfalls, because so many people, I'm sure, have taken up the year deal, because, you know, most people keep their WoW sub up, even if they go off to other games. But yeah, I was gone so long, I had to get some money out of my bank and go buy the flying skill. That's how long it's been. I've not done really any Cataclysm quests. I've not really did crap. I'm still wearing Wrath of the Lich King gear here. That's how bad it is, yeah. But I'm going to get up to 85. I'm not sure if I'm going to film it or not, you know. I haven't decided. I mean, I'm not sure if people would want to see that. Everybody's seen, you know, 80 to 85 plenty of times on plenty of commentators' channel. And, you know, what's going to be so special about that? Really nothing. You want to see new stuff. I want to see new stuff as well. Even though Cataclysm and questing, you know, is going to be kind of new to me, at least, I have watched plenty of people play through going from 80 to 85 and things like that, so it's really nothing big surprise to me or anything like that. So, but anyway, this Tyrael mount thing, yeah, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, then, you know, forgive me. Anyhow, this is what it looks like, and it is pretty awesome. It is pretty cool. And, you know, if you're going for that year sub deal, then, you know, it's just a little icing on the cake, I believe. I really don't think it's any incentive people are having to get this year deal. You know, maybe if you're just a really hardcore mount collector. And as you can see, I met up with one of my old buddies here, Cruel Malice. This guy, you know, he's always been like on the bleeding edge of raiding. And thankfully, he still talks to the little guy like me around. He's always been totally cool with me. And, you know, people can say a lot of things about WoW and the WoW community, but you make friends in WoW. And usually those friends are yours for life, honestly. I mean, me and Cruel, we go way back, years and years. And, man, I know that if I needed anything, I could call this dude. He was offering me money. He was so happy to see me back in WoW and things like that. You know, I was like, yeah, no, dude, you know, I'm just happy to see you too, man. You know, good times. So anyway, here is the mount you get for paying for a year subscription to Blizzard. But you also get Diablo 3, and you get beta access to Mists of Pandaria as well. I'm glad I ran into Cruel, because it turns out the Darkmoon Faire has been updated and has just been released. So, thankfully, our buddy Cruel here has decided to give me a little tour. And I'm glad I didn't have to do any of the driving. He's got all the mounts. As you see, he's even got the Love Rocket. Now, man, I wanted that Love Rocket myself. I farmed for that thing so many times. You don't even freaking would believe it, you know. I used so many people's quests. I was buying people's quests trying to get, you know, that Love Rocket, but nah. But here's some of the awesome mounts that are, you know, in the game these days. If you haven't played WoW for a while like me, then, you know, there's a lot that's been added to the game since Cataclysm is released. People always talk about Rift and how frequently they add content, but it's really nothing compared to Blizzard. Blizzard has always been rolling out instances and new mounts and new quests and new things to do. That's their bag. They've been doing that for years. And people always compliment Rift and compliment Tryon for rolling out their content, really quickly. But it always ends up biting them in the ass because it's very, very buggy content. But really, Blizzard, they deliver quite a bit. They updated the Darkmoon Faire, which we're going to see here in a moment. And, those of us who've played WoW for years are very familiar with the Darkmoon Faire. As you see, I have the Insane title. And to get that title way back in the day, you had to get exalted with the Darkmoon Faire. And that meant turning in decks and decks and decks to the collector there. And God, talk about painful. That's why you got the title Insane, because it was such an insane rep grind. But yeah, I got that, and now you can go to the new Darkmoon Faire, and here's the entrance right here. Looks pretty damn awesome, doesn't it? And it took me a minute to figure out how to get through this thing. I kept going in and out it, but you have to click on it. Yeah, a little derp moment for me there. But it's awesome. It's really cool. They've added so much to the Darkmoon Faire, and, how can people really slam WoW for all that they really do? They do add a lot of content to this game all the time, and they add a lot of stuff that is fun, such as this Darkmoon Faire here. But as you see, I'm like so dumb. My friend Cruel's waiting for me on the other side, and I'm like walking around like, oh, so this is the new fair? Oh, wow, check it out, man. There's nothing here. That's how derping I was at this moment right here. But yeah, you have to go through the little portal there, and you get an achievement as well. There's a bunch of easy achievements here at the new Darkmoon Faire, so you're going to want to check those out. I know I'm going to be back, and I'm going to do a lot of these daily quests here because the EXP is also really, really nice as well. And if you've been gone for a while like me, any little boost will help, but I know that getting from 80 to 85 only takes really a week or something like that, like a few days. It don't take any time at all, but yeah, this is it. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, just check it out, with the eye, at the gate, moving around and all that. And they've added all kinds of really cool games like Whack-a-Null, Whack-a-Null. Yeah, Whack-a-Null. Isn't that hilarious? That's awesome, isn't it? Now, I won't claim to be an expert on the Darkmoon Faire or anything like that. This is the very first time I saw it myself, and I'm being shown it by a friend here. And what I gathered, this is how things work. You buy your tokens to play the games, and then you play the games to get tickets to get prizes. That's how it works. And they've added all kinds of incentives. They've added all kinds of pets and things you can buy with your tickets now, and they've made it worth it. They've made this fair, I think, what they've always imagined it could be and should be, and it's really fun. It's actually a lot of damn fun. There's the like the pistol game, where you shoot the targets, and then there's the let me see, like the Whack-a-Null game, like I was talking about, and there's like the little pony ride. There's all these really cool things, like shooting out of the cannon. I don't think I've mentioned that, but you remember that from the old fair, and they've even updated that as well. And just the whole atmosphere they've added here, being in its own instance, and it's really cool. I mean, This was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting this at all, and when Cruel told me about this today and told me it was in town, told me they just released it, I was like, awesome, let's go check this crap out. And I'm glad I did. It's so cool. It's so cool. It makes me want to play WoW. And I know Star Wars: The Old Republic is coming up, and I'll definitely be playing it. But those old WoW feelings are still there. People. They talk about WoW becoming a kiddie game and how it's catering to a different audience these days, and I will agree with that. I will agree with that completely. Mists of Pandaria and Kung Fu Panda and the Pokemon thing. Those are not really for me. Honestly, it's obviously aimed at a younger audience, and a lot of people feel like Blizzard is sold out because they have lost a massive amount of subscribers in this past year or so. And the real reason they've lost subscribers is not because the game has really declined that much in play. You know, they've knee-jerked react and made the game so easy now. But you know, what the real problem was people were just bored. You know, it's been around for so long. That's why I left WoW, because I was bored of WoW, and I wanted to play something else for a while. And I played Rift for a while. And that's all it was. It was just, you know, I needed a break. And after having a break and then coming back to WoW, and there's just so much to do, and it's just, you know, it's kind of exciting and fun, you know. And especially, you know, I still have my character here that I worked so hard on. You know, I worked years on this guy, and I spent 9 months just farming for one mount on this guy, for the Raptor mount. And, you know, just all that work, you know, and coming back to all that work and still having it here. All of that's very nice. But anyway, let's get back to this Darkmoon Faire a little bit. As you see, just how beautiful it is. Like the artwork, I even commented there to my friend how beautiful it is and how awesome it is and how detailed it is. You know, they've obviously spent a lot of time and a lot of resources on this fair here. What this is here, I was being shown, this is like called the Bloodbath Pit or the Blood Pit or anything. It's like an open arena, like think Stranglethorn Vale arena. And according to one of these people here, as they said that guilds just camp it all day and they farm people all day long. So it does have a drawback to it. So you might want to get with your guild and go up against whatever guild's camping it. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You know, with these types of systems, somebody always has to screw it up and throw a monkey wrench into them. But it does look like fun. You know, it does look like a lot of fun. You know, if you're really into PvP, I'm sure it will be right up your alley. As for myself, I've never been that big of a PvPer. I got into it for a brief period of time when the old honor grind was in WoW. Yeah, I was part of that. The old AV and vanilla WoW and all that. I was part of that original honor grind, and you know, people talk about grinds these days. That was nothing compared to that kind of grind, you know, I tell you. Anyway, let's go ahead and look around this fair a little more, thanks to Cruel and him showing me around, because I tell you, I wouldn't know where the hell to go. He was showing me some of the easy achievements you can receive. And there's another really easy achievement over here. There's a little pony, and all you have to do is really just mount the damn thing. And this thing can haul some ass for a little pony. It was pretty damn quick. But yeah, there's lots of easy achievements if you're an achievement whore, an achievement getter. Yeah, I know you are. There's all kinds of achievements to get here at the fair, and they're very, very easy. Almost every single game has an achievement, you know. I think everything. I mean, wiping your ass, you get an achievement for that, you know. I imagine that we'll add that achievement to the game eventually. But here, you see how fast this damn little horse is, man. He can really haul a little ass here. But yeah, I know that I'm going to keep bringing up this Miss of Pandera thing because you know, I was really surprised that even long-term WoW players are concerned about it. You know, speaking with Cruel here, who has never quit really playing WoW, and the whole time I've known him, he's always been an elite raider and in the elite guilds on this server. And even he called Miss of Pandera Kitty, you know, which I was, you know, really surprising. You know, I mean, he should be one of the biggest fanboys for WoW, and you know, he's one of, you know, the people that keep this game in business. You know, he's very dedicated to this game, and even he had called it Kitty. And that was my very first impression of Miss Pandera. And we're going to find out all about that, you know. We're going to go through the Miss Pandera beta and all that good stuff. I've got that deal sealed up, so I'm going to be in that for sure. You know, I wasn't able to get in the Cataclysm beta, and that really was a pain and a very sore spot with me and Blizzard. That was one of actually the reasons why I left the game in the beginning, you know, was because I got so pissed off that I didn't get into the beta. I know it's just a chance of the draw, but you know, it really got to me. So when they offered that opportunity to get in the Miss Pandera beta, like have a sure shot at it. And I was all over that. But yeah, you know, I know WoW is changing, and WoW has lost a lot of subscribers, you know, but it's still a cool game. You know, WoW is still awesome. WoW is still WoW, and it, I guess, will always be, you know. You know, they make changes, and then they will revert changes, and you know, it's a constantly evolving game. You know, it always has been. It's always changing. You know, stick around WoW long enough, and it will change. And you know, that's what it's all about, really. You know, roll with the punches. I mean, a lot of people quit WoW and they come back to WoW, and then they'll quit WoW and then they come back to WoW. And it just seems to be like that one girlfriend you can never get rid of or something like that. Maybe it's all the time that people invest in this game. Maybe that's what it is. Here, let's look at the Whack-a-No, Whack-a-No. Sorry, that song's in my head. Yeah, this is how this works. You just use your little quest item and whack that little knoll, but don't whack the dummies. I was a dummy, and I was whacking the dummies too. Don't whack the dummies, just whack the knolls, and don't whack the little dolly thing either, because that'll take you out of the game for a few seconds or so. Like there. See, I whacked the little dolly. Made the baby cry, and it knocked me out of the game for a few seconds there. And, you know, you get an achievement for doing the knolls in a certain amount of time. And, you know, that's basically it. And there's a lot of cool little games like this all over the fair now. You know, there's the little shooting game. There's the shoot yourself out of the cannon as well, and, you know, hit the target. And, you know, they've added all kinds, like the taunt. They've really amped up that taunt game quite a bit. They've made like a little taunt arena where you can actually get in the arena with your tonk, and you have to shoot the targets as well, and then you get an achievement. It's, you know, it's complex, a little bit complex, but it's easy to get the hang of. I was told what the point of these games is to give new players a chance, you know, to like learn some of the systems, you know, like how to not keyboard turn and things like that. But yeah, well, speaking of kiddie game, let's just hope it doesn't turn into this, where we're all just sitting on these little rockin' rides and gaining, like, you know, badges of honor or something like that. Hopefully it won't get this bad, but they've added some cool stuff to the fair, and you should definitely check it out. And we also looked at that Tyrael mount. So this is Dark Hostess for the Gamer Down. Be sure and subscribe. Thumbs up videos. Take care of yourselves.